Financial calm is often treated as success. A steady income, predictable expenses, and the absence of stress feel like proof that money is under control. Calm looks like mastery from the outside. But calm does not always come from strength. Sometimes it comes from agreement. It appears when friction disappears because ambition has quietly narrowed. Stability can be the result of systems working smoothly. It can also be the result of a person adjusting themselves downward until the system no longer pushes back. Both feel the same internally. When people speak about feeling financially settled, they often describe the absence of urgency. There is no pressure to change, no tension pulling them forward. That absence is interpreted as freedom. Yet urgency does not vanish only when problems are solved. It also vanishes when the mind decides the current position is final. Calm arrives the moment further movement is no longer expected. This is how surrender hides. It does not announce itself as defeat or failure. It arrives quietly, disguised as relief. The mind is very good at reframing limits as preferences. What once felt temporary becomes permanent without ceremony. Over time, the distinction disappears. Financial calm often follows a subtle internal negotiation. Risk is reduced, expectations are lowered, and horizons shrink. In exchange, anxiety fades. This trade feels rational. The nervous system prefers predictability over possibility. Calm becomes the reward for choosing certainty. But certainty has a price. It requires agreement with existing constraints. Once that agreement is made, questioning stops. The absence of financial stress can signal alignment with a fixed role. Income, lifestyle, and future projections settle into a narrow range. Nothing feels wrong because nothing is being tested. This is not incompetence. It is not laziness. It is adaptation. Human systems reward those who stop pushing. Resistance creates friction, and friction creates discomfort. Calm is granted to those who fit. Over time, fitting becomes the goal rather than a side effect. The system no longer feels external. Its limits feel like personal boundaries. At this stage, calm is maintained through avoidance. New possibilities are not explored because they might disturb equilibrium. Stability becomes something to protect. Protection requires vigilance. Choices are filtered through the question of whether they threaten the calm. Growth is quietly excluded. From the inside, this feels responsible. It feels adult, measured, and sensible. From the outside, it looks like control. But mastery of money is not the absence of disturbance. Mastery implies agency under pressure. Calm achieved by narrowing options is not agency. True financial capability increases the range of possible actions. It expands tolerance for uncertainty rather than eliminating it. That expansion is rarely calm. Surrender works in the opposite direction. It contracts possibility until uncertainty disappears. Calm is the signal that contraction is complete. This is why calm can arrive early. It does not wait for financial independence or real leverage. It arrives the moment ambition stops creating friction. Many people reach this point without noticing. There is no dramatic decision, just a gradual preference for comfort over movement. Language changes first. Goals become more modest, framed as realistic. Constraints are described as chosen rather than imposed. Once this framing settles, calm feels deserved. The struggle is over because the struggle has been defined away. Nothing feels missing, but nothing is expanding either. The financial position is no longer questioned. It is maintained. Maintenance is stable by design. It rewards consistency and punishes deviation. Calm is its natural emotional state. This calm is often praised socially. It signals reliability and maturity. It rarely attracts scrutiny. Yet beneath it sits an unexamined agreement. The agreement is not with money itself, but with its limits. Those limits become invisible. Surrender does not mean collapse. It means acceptance without negotiation. The future becomes a continuation of the present. Calm is the emotional marker of that acceptance. It tells the system that resistance has ended. Everything can proceed as expected. This is why calm should be examined, not celebrated automatically. The question is not whether life feels stable. The question is why. Calm earned through expanded capability feels different. It coexists with optionality and pressure. Calm earned through surrender requires avoidance to survive. The surface sensation may be identical. Internally, both feel quiet. The difference lies in what happens when the quiet is challenged. If calm collapses when conditions change, it was borrowed. It depended on the environment remaining fixed. It was conditional. Stability that rests on acceptance of limits is fragile. It feels solid only while nothing moves. It cannot adapt. Understanding this does not require panic or rejection of stability. It requires honesty about its source. Calm should be interrogated, not assumed virtuous. Financial calm can be a sign of strength. It can also be the moment ambition quietly ended. Without inspection, the difference is invisible. The danger is not being calm. The danger is mistaking surrender for mastery. That confusion locks people into lives that feel complete but are closed. Want to see the hidden rules shaping money, power, and human behavior? Subscribe to Unseen Forces